just wanted to make a first video to, you know, talk about me, you know, who I am, the current setup that I'm running, you know, what it's going to be before I upgrade it to water cooling and everything, which will probably be within the next 3 weeks, because I've got to get a new case, because the 360 rad is not going to fit in this Lexa S behind me. So yeah, what about unboxings, talks and stuff like that, like I said before. So yeah, I'm going to show you the rig right now after I just, you know, talk about who I am and what I do first and stuff like that. So yeah, my name's Tom. I live in Sydney in Australia. 16 years old, I have a job in a retail shop, pretty much one of the biggest shops in Australia, and I can't tell you which, but it's, you know, in that range of like Kmart, Woolworths or whatever you wanna. You can guess all you like, but you know, I can't tell you because I might, you know, lose it or whatever. So that's where I get the money for everything that I buy or show that's going to be on this channel. Everything in my room is pretty much purchased by my money, or to do with technology and stuff. I mean, beds and, you know, lamps and stuff like that. Of course, that my parents buy, but so yeah, parents didn't buy a cent actually. The CPU that's in this was my birthday present a year and, yeah, 2 years ago. Yeah, but yeah, otherwise that's it. That's everything in this computer is purchased by me. So don't go thinking that my parents buy everything. No, I have a job, I afford it, I'm saving up for stuff like that. So yeah, anyway, I'll take you a little tour on the setup, and then talk about some videos that's coming up and stuff like that. So yeah, first of all, I just want to say that this is the NZXT Lexa S case, and it has been completely modded. I completely recommend you not to get this case because it is just terrible. It does look cool, it did look cool until I completely took it apart and everything. But yeah, my next video will be on my time lapse that I did with my GoPro on putting it back together, because what I originally did, the first thing that I modded with this case was actually get the motherboard from this side and actually flip it and chuck it on this side. So it's like the Silverstone TJ11 case, I think it's like that, except the I/O doesn't come up the top, goes at the back. So graphics card just faced up and the CPU was down the bottom. Alright, so this is the setup that I'm currently running. I have two monitors, a TV and a monitor, but yeah, I'll get into why I have everything at this setup currently. So let's start from left and then go to right, which is going to be the main centerpiece. Alright, so and by the way, as this, you know, as time goes on, I will get better camera equipment and all that, and lighting and stuff like that, to do this videoing and stuff like that. 1440 by 900, I believe, or something like that. It's 22 inch. It's pretty old, but you know what? It's just a second monitor, and you know what? In the future, I will upgrade this to like a 1080p monitor or whatever. See, I'm just using that as a second monitor to, you know, drag Facebook over to that while I'm, you know, doing whatever on this monitor, like video editing or something. I don't know. This TV here is actually a Kogan TV, and this is a $300. 27-inch TV. It was a good deal at the time. It is a full LED TV as well. So yeah, I bought it thinking that, oh, if I, you know, ever want to hook this up to, you know, TV or whatever. There I've got the, what is it? It's the Netgear W3100 or something. It's just a wireless USB from the desktop, because we don't have Ethernet ports in our house, which is kind of annoying. So yeah. And I'm really behind in the sound department. I've got these old Logitech LS21 speakers. They're just, I don't know, they work, but most of the time I'm using a headset anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, and it just has like a subwoofer underneath the desk. Keyboard is the Razer Corsair gaming keyboard. It's an okay keyboard. I'm gonna get a new one, the Corsair K90, hopefully. Just because these ones have this non-slip feel for it, and sometimes when you press one, your finger's on the edge, you kind of press down two. Mouse. This is the Cyborg Rat 5 gaming mouse. It's a really good mouse. I like it. It does the job. I could get something better, but I mean, why when I have this is just, it's fine for me at the moment. The only thing I do criticize about it is that because I have decently big hands, I don't have small hands. Not that I'm bragging or anything, but even with this, because if you don't know, this Rat 5 has weights in the bottom of it and the end extends out. So it extends out like that. I can't do it on the camera, but yeah, it extends out like that. But because my hand is big and the palm rests on the back like that with the weights, and it's so light on the front, even without the weights, the mouse tends to do this a bit like that, and the laser doesn't pick up the bloody floor mat. And then my Galaxy S2, which is my phone that I'm using, but yeah, otherwise it's a good mouse. And then the desktop itself. Yes, it's the NZXT Alexa S gaming case. I've said before, don't go buying this case, it's just terrible for cable management and stuff, and I'm a big guy on cable management. There's fan control on the front, but yeah, doesn't really bother me that it's there or not. Let's just pop it open. And I've taken out the bottom cages and everything that will pop riveted in, and yeah, this was originally, the top of this was facing up, and so there it was on the floor, you know, and all that, and we had some 1/4 inch drive cage that was coming out here, so I actually cannot use this physically anymore, but I'm going to get the Corsair 800D anyway, so it doesn't matter. This much space behind the motherboard tray for cable management, so yeah, it's not very good. You have to sit on the back of the computer actually to close the other side door. But yeah, so there's my GTX 680 in there. It's quite nice, I like it. Runs really well. I've had it for about 2 weeks now, so it's the most recent upgrade I've done. And yeah, so there's a Gigabyte 990FXA UD3 motherboard in there with 16 gigs of Corsair Vengeance RAM, the Phenom X6 1090T processor, overclocked to 4.2 GHz, and this liquid cooling system, the Corsair H40, is just, it is good, but it's not really good enough, and there's all dust on that side there because I used to have a pull configuration where it would pull the air through the radiator, and it got all dust in it anyway, but that doesn't matter. I'm running the 360 rad, so that'll be fine. And then there's the Antec 750 watts power supply, semi-modular, and yeah, that's pretty much it. 140 up the top, and 120 there with the filter on it. So that's it. That is probably it to do with the setup. Oh, and OCZ 128GB SSD and a terabyte Seagate hard drive. So that's pretty much it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and you should keep up to date with my channel, see what I got coming up, which will be the time lapse of me putting this case back together how it was. So pretty much putting it into how it is now, from the motherboard tray being the opposite way, upside down and everything. So yeah, thanks guys for watching. Please rate, comment and subscribe. See you later.